So what is a theme? A theme is a set of rules that determine how your website looks. There's hundreds of themes out there and there's a lot to choose from. So how do you know which one that you should go for? Well, there are kind of the top 5 that we say that most web developers use, and they're actually mentioned further up in the article. So if you don't fancy the one that we're going to recommend, have a little look around at the other ones and see what's out there. There are also a lot of paid for themes, but to be honest, the one that we're going to recommend is probably the best one for it, and it's completely free. So what you're looking for when you're picking a theme is you want something that is lightweight, which means that it doesn't consume a lot of resources to produce that theme. And you want to look for something that's simple and minimal. Personally, what I like to get from a theme is actually something that gives you the ability to remove all the settings so that you're left with a blank, clean canvas. Now, the advantages of that is that when you're ready to build your website and you start laying out these heavy images or text or video that you've been using, you don't want a really heavy theme that's going to really compound that and really drag out and make your load time slow. So you want a quick theme, you want something that's very minimal, and also you want something that's customizable. So you want a theme where you can change different parts of your website. For example, your homepage, your menus, your footer, your blogs, your text, your titles, everything like that. You want a theme that is very customizable but also quick to load. Well, we always recommend to our customers Ocean WP. Now, we have no affiliation with Ocean WP. We just really love them as a theme. As I mentioned before, they're lightweight, they're super speedy, and they give you the ability to actually remove all the unnecessary information so you're left with a blank, clean page and you can start laying out your website. So let's look at how to install a theme. Okay, so let's look at how to install a theme onto our WordPress website. Now, when you access your theme area, you want to come into your dashboard, and on the left-hand side, you want to look for Appearance, and then head over to Themes. So here you can see WordPress has actually already installed 3 themes onto our website. We have 2021, which is the active one, 2019 and 2020. Now, WordPress has to install those themes because if it doesn't, there isn't any information there which governs how your website should look. So it needs to put them there, and that's called a placeholder. So we're going to look at now how to install Ocean WP. So you want to come down to the bottom and click Add New Theme. And then we're going to search for our theme, which is Ocean WP. And you don't need to hit enter, it just automatically searches, which is pretty great. And on the left hand side here, you can see Ocean WP. So click Install, let it run, and then when it's installed, click Activate. So now Ocean WP is installed onto your WordPress website and we've activated it. So now we've got 3 other themes that we're not going to be using. It's actually good practice to keep one spare theme just in case the theme breaks for whatever reason and you need to switch to the other one. But bear in mind, when you do make that switch, it will make your website look slightly different. Now, a theme is never really broken for me personally, so it is very rare for it to happen, but it's always good to just have a backup just in case. So we're going to delete the other 2 and we're going to keep one. So let's keep 2020 and we're going to delete 2019. So to delete that one, just click it and then click delete. Okay, and then the same for 2021. And that's how you install a theme. Okay, so now let's look at how to run the theme setup wizard. So to do that, head to plugins, and here you can see welcome to Ocean WP. So if you can't see this, and you need to make sure that you have installed your Ocean WP extra plugin, which is just here. And what that does is it allows you to run the setup wizard so you can set up your WordPress website, and it also gives you a few other great features. It also helps you to run a setup wizard for your theme to really help you shrink down the theme's data size so that what you're loading onto a web page is something that is as minimal impact as possible, so it makes your website load faster. So once you've installed all your correct plugins, go into plugins and click Run the Setup Wizard. And this is quite straightforward, so we just want to click Get Started. And ignore everything at the top here and skip step. Next, we're going to upload our logo. We've got our logo there. And we want to name the logo PODTech logo. So the alt text is actually what tells search engines what this image is about. We do cover this in a lot more detail in our SEO courses. So if you want to learn how to optimize your website for search engines, we do offer a full course on that as well. But for now, just make sure your alt text says your company's name and then the word logo. Choose image. Again, a retina logo is in effect a logo that is designed for larger screens. So what I've actually done is ahead of time I've optimized my image so that it's as small but as clear as possible. So if you have a smaller version of your logo, you input that first, and then if you have a much larger logo that you want to show on retina images, you can install that here. I've actually managed to get the memory size and the actual size of the logo down whilst not compromising on the quality, so I'm actually going to use the same one here. And in the title, we're going to put our business name. And in our tagline, we're going to put something along the lines of, if you sell a product, it's an e-store, or if you're using it as a portfolio, as a catalog, those kind of things. So we're going to put on this one, we're going to put communication platform. Here we want to add our site icon. Our site icon is, as you can see at the top of the screen here, we've got a W. That's actually WordPress's site icon. It will automatically load that as standard, so you can actually put your own there, because if you don't change it, it actually makes your website look less professional. What people in the industry call that is a favicon, which actually stands for favorite icon. So a favicon needs to be a square image, and it tends to be the logo of your business. So we're going to upload a file, and I'm going to upload our favicon, which in this case is the orange, the pink orange. And in there, we're just going to put PODTech Favicon and choose image. Now here we've got primary colors. So the primary colors for us is pink and orange because it's in our name. But there's actually a great free website that I use when I'm trying to identify color schemes that could work, and that's actually called coolers.co. It's completely free and it works really simple, really easy. So what you do is you come on and you'll get a selection of colors here. You can either say, oh, I quite like this one, and if that's the case, you just click toggle lock, and then every time you hit spacebar, it will actually recommend you additional colors that complement that color. So as you're going through, you could identify another one, which is possibly this one, and you just keep working through until you find the ones you like. So these three here are actually quite a good combination. You can have, maybe this is your primary color, this is your hover secondary color, and then this gunmetal here as your titles or your text color. Now next, what you want to do is you want to select the color, and this will give you the hex code. And the hex code is an alphanumeric sequence, and a hex code allows your browser to identify which color it should provide. So we're going to copy this one, for example. So you just want to copy hex there, and back in your primary color, you just click the tab and you can input it there. So I'm actually going to set up pod's primary color and pod's hover primary color. So we have it as the same as our website here. So here's the first hex code. And here's our hover hex code. We don't need to worry about border color. For link colors, I'm quite old school, so I like it to show blue. Just helps your visitors identify that that actually is a link. And the hover color, we're going to make it a darker blue like so. Click continue. Here's just marketing material stuff. You don't really need to do anything. Click view your website. So that's actually set it up. Now, this will actually change name, and also on the front end, your logo will displayed. Now, for some reason it hasn't worked, so we're actually going to manually do that now. And this is actually quite a good opportunity, because if yours doesn't work first time, we'll show you how to amend that now. So into our back office, to settings, and in our site title, we're going to put PODTech, and our tagline was put digital platform. Anyone can register. Click save. Now let's look at the front, and as you can see, our site title has now changed, which is good. Our Favicon actually did change, so that's promising. And now we just need to sort out our logo, which doesn't seem to have worked properly. So for that, we're going to go customize. And this is one of the advantages of Ocean WP. You can either go through the customize sidebar here, or you can actually click that little icon there and it will take you to the exact section you need. So we're just going to remove both of these. And as you can see now, just our site name is displayed, and we're going to reapply them, skip cropping, reapply them, and we can now see that our site logo is being displayed properly. Whilst we're here, we can actually also increase or decrease the size of our logo like that. Then once you're happy, just click publish and close. And that's all there is to it.